Well, good evening, everybody. This is John I Fly. I should say John Unell, aka John I Fly, from East Central Pennsylvania in a little town called Schuylkill Haven. Now, some people pronounce it Schuylkill, and others pronounce it Schuylkill. However you pronounce it, I know what you mean. Schuylkill Haven. And it's actually Wednesday morning already, the 8th. A little late rant tonight, but finally I get a chance to do it. Had a nice Labor Day holiday, very quiet. I went down to Hawk Mountain. Love it down there. It's about 12 miles south of me. And the autumn migration started already for the raptors. A lot of broadwing hawks are going overhead, so I had fun helping out the counters up there and calling the birds out when I saw them. So anyway, I'll be busy in the fall with that, but I hope everybody had a good Labor Day holiday. And things were happening this past week or two. I've called this Proud of My President because let's face it, people, I was going to say he's different than the last one we had. And that's putting it mildly. He's better, not worse, but better than the previous dingbat, orange-haired asswipe Donald Trump. And right now he's faced with the crisis with this Afghanistan situation. But you know something? He accomplished what other presidents said they would do, and they didn't do it. And he put an end to the war. Now there's some debate going on. Oh, Joe Biden pulled him out too quick. He didn't have a strategy set up. Well, let's realize, people, we spent 20 years in Afghanistan, training soldiers, training their army, their military, that was supposed to protect Afghanistan. However, when the time came, they turned tails and ran. So, they don't want the Taliban to get a hold of them because they're not good people at all. A lot of them would end up dead. They beat the women. They treat them like worse than trash. But anyway, he called out the last soldiers. They're out of Afghanistan. The only thing is, I understand there's some Americans left over there yet. And of course, the Republican Party's jumping all over them. You know, they're more or less saying, well, if we did it, we would have did it this way. I keep reminding everybody, people, they had a Republican president in office for 4 years. 4 years. And all he did was he caused chaos in this country. He ran the country into the ground. You know, he banned Muslims from coming into the United States. It's obvious he's xenophobic and he's a racist. But that's a whole other story. We put up with him for 4 years and they didn't do anything. Not a thing. Oh, they promised, we're going to get the soldiers out. We're going to end the war. Yeah, they didn't. But Joe Biden did. Now, there's some debate as to whether he did it right or not. I even, it's my opinion, but I question how it was handled. Somebody seems to have dropped the ball somewhere. I don't know what it is. The Congress, I believe, is supposed to have, I guess it's in the House. I'm not sure if it would be House or Senate, or maybe both. They're going to have an investigation on what happened. You know? I mean, some people think that, well, maybe they should have been starting to pull troops out a lot earlier. But they didn't expect this collapse. The best way I can describe it, a collapse. Things are like dominoes. You set one off, everything else goes down. And that's what happened. And it happened fast. Because let's face it, the Taliban's not going to let the grass grow under their feet. What grass they have left over there anyway. So, I think he did the right call. 20 years being there, fighting, what do we accomplish? Well, some people are saying, well, we prevented a major terrorist attack from the outside. I'm sure that had something to do with it. I'm sure our intelligence was pretty good too. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now that we're out of there. We still have Americans left over there. I'm not sure how many are left, if it's 100 or 200. I think it's 100 and some, but I don't have an exact figure right now. But hopefully we can get them out. Especially the translators, we need to bring them over. They risk their lives in helping us out. And now that the Taliban's taken over, these translators that helped us Americans have a lot to worry about. I mean, many of them have families, they have small children. And there's reports going on now that the Taliban won't let the planes take off to get them out of the country, so we shall see. Another issue that he's dealing with right now, we're all dealing with really, is the COVID-19 situation. And it's actually the variant of COVID-19, the Delta variant it's known as. And it's pretty bad there. I copied some statistics down. Now this was as of the 5th of September of this year. And this is according to CNN from what I pulled off. I'm not sure who did their poll, if it was CNN or they hired somebody. But they have new cases listed as 65,893. That's a hell of a lot of people. 7-day average goes up to 160,901. Now, out of these statistics, interesting who stands out. Can I give you a chance to guess? I gave you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Well, actually, there's 2 states, probably more than 2 states, but these 2 states stand out in particular. And that's Florida and Texas. Surprise, surprise, right? Well, I'm looking here. I'm not sure if I said this. 7-day average is 160,901. But with Florida, with Governor DeSantis, the dingbat that he is, now total cases, get this people, 268,326. That's a hell of a lot of people. 268,326. Those are the total cases in Florida. And it's between August the 22nd to September 4th. Today's early morning, September the 8th, Wednesday. Now, with Texas is a little less, but their total cases, and I'm assuming that's the same dates, August the 22nd through September 4th, was 241,597. Yeah, that's the total cases for Texas. And that was, last week or the week before. That's a hell of a lot of people. But you gotta remember, DeSantis of Florida and Abbott of Texas, they want their freedoms, man. We shouldn't have to be made to be wearing a mask. Doesn't matter if we spread the virus all over the place. I have my freedom. Remember that. I wonder if they think about their freedom when they get sick to the point where they're on a ventilator in a hospital room. That's if they're lucky to find a hospital room. It's been so crowded in hospitals there. Unbelievable. So it seems like we're worse off with the COVID figures now than we were last year. Or maybe we're about the same. I don't know. I think it's worse. Not doing any better, let's put it that way. Now the vaccinations are finally creeping up in the South, especially. But you still have those, what they call anti-vaxxers. You know, better watch out. They might have something in that vaccine vial. Real tiny cameras, you think? Or some are claiming you take the virus and you get metal stick to you. You're magnetized. Just for the hell of it, I tried that the other day. Didn't work. They fell right off me. So, it's funny, isn't it? I get a kick out of them. And the stories and the conspiracy theories get wilder and wilder as they go. Well, anyway, they were talking, I think Joe Biden himself, the president, said that by September 20th, we would be ready to start getting the booster shot. Most people, with the vaccines, you get 2. You get 1, and I believe you wait until the 3rd week, and then you get the 2nd one. That's what they did to me. Basically, they're letting 2 weeks go in between, and then the 3rd week, you go back and get your 2nd shot. There's still a lot of people out there that didn't even get vaccinated at all, or they only have 1 shot. But President Biden said that we should get a booster shot. Now, he had hoped that it would start on September 20th. Now they're talking different things now. Well, Fauci still sticks with the booster shot. But some people aren't sure now. Some of the medical professionals aren't sure if they need to get one right away. So they're still researching it. I know if we go with the booster shot, I'll be due for mine in December. So let's hope, I'm sure they will. They'll have an answer. But in the meantime, we got to battle with the goons in the Republican Party. And if it wasn't bad enough, we're dealing with, between the war ending, which thank God it's ending, now we have the COVID to deal with. And also, last week we had Hurricane Ida come through. IDA, Hurricane Ida. Unfortunately, it barreled right into the state of Louisiana. They weren't sure at first where it was going to go, but as it got bigger, when it was ready to barrel into Louisiana, it was a Category 4 storm. So they had quite a bit of damage down there, wind damage, flood damage. So, if you find time or find it in your heart, you can go to CNN.com. I'm sure there's other websites that you can go to donate whatever you can to help these people get back up on their feet. This is crazy. You know, why are we getting all these storms? I bet you any money it's climate change. Really. But according to the Republicans, that can't be. I mean, we've had these thaws and freezes for how many ages now? How many years? Decades? Hundreds of years? And we've had this. Not to the effect that they are today. I mean, think of it. The polar caps of the Earth, the North Pole, the South Pole. I know the North Pole, I'm not sure the extent of the South Pole, but there's ice melting there. The glaciers are melting. Icebergs are breaking off. You know, water levels are more than likely slowly rising. But we don't have climate change. Remember, Trump said that was a Democratic hoax. It's amazing how something that's a Democratic hoax got Donald Trump sick himself. He's lucky he was still alive. That's all I have to say. So, those are just some of the things. That's all I really wanted to talk about tonight. There's more stuff going on. I'll probably come on Friday. We'll see what Thursday looks like. Been crazy here. They're trying to sell the apartment building, my landlady. And I had 2 people come through so far and check out the building, so that's why it's been a little irregular here. But hopefully I'll definitely try to get on Friday. But thanks for listening to me. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Now on YouTube I go as John I Fly. That's Johni, F as in Frank, L as in love, Y. John I Fly. And Facebook I go by my real name, John R. Unell. That's Unell. So feel free to check out my YouTube channel and Facebook. And we're still dealing with the COVID variant, so remember, wash your hands. They say to start from 22 seconds down. Just count backwards. Wash your hands thoroughly. If you pick something up and you didn't get a chance to wash your hands or put hand sanitizer on, don't touch your eyes or get your hands near your nose, because that's how the virus spreads. It's one of the ways. Coughing without a mask will spray it too. So I'm hoping this nightmare goes over soon. This is crazy. I thought we'd be out of this by now. But you have some people out there, they want their freedoms. Screw everybody else. They don't need their freedoms. All right, people. Thanks for taking the time to listen. It'll be Wednesday, so early in the morning, but you people won't see it till you get up in the morning. So make sure you share this too. You like it, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I will talk to you soon. Have a good, I should say, morning now. It's 12:47, so take care, have a good night, and I will talk to you people soon. Good night.